protocols. My name is Asana Sosa, and I'm here to present those who will be talking about the history of Nigeria before, during, and after independence. I'm also here to present those who will be talking about our past heroes. To begin with, I have Angel Yusuf, who will be talking about the history of Nigeria before independence. Ogunowa Pamler, who will be talking about the history of Nigeria during independence. And lastly, Ajaga Ayola, who will be talking about the history of Nigeria after independence. Please give them a round of applause as they come on stage.
Good day, everyone. My name is Yusuf Angel, and I stand before you today to enlighten you guys about the history of Nigeria before she got her independence. In the 1800s, Nigeria was formerly referred to as the Royal Nigeria Protectorate. However, in the 16th century, Portuguese were the first Europeans to begin direct slave trade with Nigerians in the border of Lagos, formerly Eko, and around the Calabar slave region coast. Nigeria got its name in the late 19th century when the British journalist Flora Shaw made up the name from Niger and area, and she combined it to form Nigeria, and she later got married to the British administrator, Lord Frederick Lugard. Nigeria was formed during the amalgamation of the Northern and Southern Protectorate, which was ruled by the British Empire, which formed the colony. Consequently, in 1953, Anthony Ena Oro initiated the self-government motion in the Western House of Assembly, which led to the independence on October 1st, 1960. In conclusion, without the occurrence of the amalgamation, the forming of Nigeria's name, the painting of the flag, and the national anthem, there won't be a great nation called Nigeria. God bless Nigeria and all Nigerians. Thank you very much.
My name is Ogunowa Oluwakwamileriayo, and I'm here to talk about the history of Nigeria during independence. The history of the British colonial rule over Nigeria ended on the October 1st, 1960. When Nigeria became an independent sovereign state, it was with a constitution that came with a parliamentary government and for a substantial measure of self-government for the country's three regions. When Nigeria became an independent sovereign state, Queen Elizabeth II remained the head of Nigeria and ruled over Nigeria, though roles were exercised by the governor generals in those times, and only 3 people were able to acquire the governor general, which were Sir Stuart Maxson from 1954 to 1955, Sir Wilson Robertson from 1955 to 1960, and our own very known Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe acquired the position in 1960. Sir Tafawa Abubakar Tafawa Balewa acquired the Prime Minister and the head of government in 1960. God bless all Nigerians and Nigeria.
Good day, everyone. My name is Ajaka Ayola. I'm here to present a brief story of the history of Nigeria after independence. Nigeria became a British protectorate in 1901. The period of British rule lasted until 1960. Nigeria first became a republic in 1963, but succumbed to the military rule 3 years later after a bloody coup d'etat. Nigeria gained independence from the British Empire in 1960, initially adopting a British system of government with Abubakar Tafawa Balewa as the first Nigerian head of government, Prime Minister.
Moving on, we have Chukwuemeka Excel talking on Nnamdi Azikiwe. Please give him a round of applause.
Yes. Nnamdi Benjamin Azikiwe was born on the 16th of November 1904 and died on the 11th of May 1996. He was considered a driving force to Nigeria's independence, and he later became the first president of the Nigeria. How did Nnamdi Azikiwe achieve this? Nnamdi Azikiwe returned to Nigeria in 1937 and founded the West African Pilots, which served as a means to promote Nigerian nationalism. He later joined the NCNC, the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons. With the backing of the NCNC, he also got elected into the Nigerian Legislative Council. Also with the backing of the NCNC, he also led other federal elections which preceded Nigeria's independence. He later got honorary awards of the Governor General, the President of the Senate, and the President who ruled the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Next, we have Iwowo Matthew talking on Sir Ahmadu Bello.
Good day, everyone. My name is Iwowo Matthew, and I am here to talk about Ahmadu Bello. Ahmadu Bello was a Nigerian politician and the first premier of northern Nigeria. He was born June 12th on the 1910 and died January 15, 1966. He's considered to be one of Nigeria's founding father, and is considered to be one of Nigeria's founding father when he formed an alliance with Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe's NCNC and his very own political party, NPC, which was Nigeria's very first indigenous federal government, which gained independence from Britain. Despite Bello's political support and popularity, he decided to remain in the north instead of accepting the position of Prime Minister. which would have required him to move to the south. Bello also combined traditional leadership qualities with modern day governance, which he left his biggest legacy, which was the unification and the diversity of northern people of Nigeria. Sadly, Bello was assassinated in January 15, 1966 in a military coup which toppled Nigeria's post-independence governance. Shortly after Bello's death, he was given various prestigious awards such as a university named after him, ABU, which you all know as Ahmadu Bello University, which is located in Zaria, and his face adorned the 200 naira banknotes. All of these prestigious awards were given to him for his performance and contributions towards the independence of this great nation we all know today as Nigeria. Thank you.
Next, we have Akinlabi David talking on Tafawa Balewa.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Akinlabi David. I'm here to talk about Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was born on December 12, 1912. He was the founder of NNPC, Northern People Congress, alongside with Ahmadu Bello in 1946. He was the first Prime Minister of Nigeria before and after Nigeria gained their independence from the British colonial master in 1960. He was an instrument of negotiation with Moses Tombe and other British and other Congolese authorities. His death came as a result of murder during a military coup with his own companion, Ahmadu Bello. He died on the 12th of January, 1960s.
Next, we have Iyanu David talking on Obafemi Awolowo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Iyanu, and I'm here to talk about Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Chief Obafemi Awolowo was born on the 6th of March, 1909 in Ikenne, Southern Protectorate, and now called Ikenne, Ogun State, and died in the year 9th of May, 1987. He was a nationalist and a statesman who played a key role in Nigeria's democracy. Chief Obafemi Awolowo was responsible for most of the progressive social legislation in Nigeria. Chief Obafemi Awolowo was part of people who convinced the government to gather Nigeria's resources into the educational system and infrastructural development. Chief Obafemi Awolowo was the leader of an action group and led lots of demands for the federal constitution and was later accepted in 1954 in the pristine constitution. Chief Obafemi Awolowo invented the Egbe Omo Oduduwa in 1945, and also he invented the first television in Africa, which was in 1959. Chief Obafemi Awolowo died in his own time, Ikenne, Ogun State, peacefully at age 78. Thank you.
Next, we have Shitu Feromi talking on Abat Macaulay.
Good day, everybody. I'm Shitula from SS2 Science, and I'm here to talk about Abat Macaulay. As we all know, Nigeria was colonized at 1907, and 3 years after that, he came out publicly to speak against the prohibition of spirit, which he felt will lead to the untimely increase of revenue in government and high taxation of spirit. As at then, from 1900 to 1930, Lagos had a prominent problem, which was the proposed water rates, the selection of Oba of Lagos, and the imminence of the central mosques of Lagos. He was a journalist, an architect, and an engineer, and he printed many articles such as Erika Must Go, Gunpowder Plot, and etc. But sadly, our hero didn't make it to Independence Day, as he died at 1946. He died at 1946 and was buried at the Ikoyi Cemetery. Thank you.
Lastly, we have Joy Coker talking on Flora Shaw.
Good day, everyone. I'm here to talk about Flora Shaw, the woman who named Nigeria. Flora Shaw was born in December 19, 1852 in Dundas Terrace, Woolwich, South London. She is the fourth child out of the 14 children her parents had. She had a father, an English father called George Shaw, which is called Captain Late General George IV, and a French mother called Andrew Marie Josephine. Flora Shaw had the intention to be a journalist since she was living with her family friends in Gibraltar in 1886. Flora Shaw was looking for a name. She suggested the name Nigeria for the British protectorate on the river Niger. Flora Shaw wanted to name Nigeria as the Royal Niger Complete Territories, but she thought the name Royal Niger Complete Territories was too long to be a real estate property in part of Africa. Flora Shaw called Nigeria through the running water through the country. The name Nigeria was allegedly coined from the running water through the country for the Europeans. The name Nigeria was coined by Franz Shaw in the 19th century through the water on the Niger River. Franz Shaw died of pneumonia at the age of 76 on January 25, 1929. Thank you.
And now we have the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria with his speech.
Good day, everyone. My name is Maduke David, and I am here to present the speech for 1st October. It is with full gratitude to God that today we celebrate Nigeria's 62nd independence anniversary. For 1st October 1960 to happen, all hands were on deck. East, West, North all came together to celebrate freedom. Today should not only serve as a reminder of the day the British handed over the reins of power to Nigerians, but also unified Nigerians from all ethnic groups, religions, and regions. Today, despite the challenges we face, most Nigerians still maintain the spirit of 1st October, the positive outlook and determination to make Nigeria a peaceful and more prosperous place. It is due to this collective attitude that Nigeria doggedly continues to remain a united and indivisible nation. Fellow Nigerians, the past 18 months have been some of the most difficult periods in the history of Nigeria. Since the Civil War, I doubt whether we have seen a period of more heightened challenges than what we have witnessed in this period. Our original priorities for 2020 were to continue stabilizing our economy, following the deep recession while restoring peace in areas with security challenges. Lastly, despite the global inequity in access to vaccines, Government of Nigeria has continued to explore all available options to ensure Nigerians have free access to safe and effective vaccines. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.